Hello, all my space bunnies. It's time for us to do another episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. We're continuing the Romulan storyline missions, and let's see, last episode we did Preemptive Strike, and now it's time to do Hunting the Hunters. Just like in the Klingon storyline arc, you dealt with not only Klingons, but also Gorns. In the Romulan mystery, you deal with Romulans, but also Hirogen. And if you remember from the Star Trek Voyager series, the Hirogen were in the Delta Quadrant. However, they did have a far-reaching and vast expanse of that area, reaching to almost the Alpha Quadrant, I do believe. So, we are going to see why they're here and what they're doing here and what we're going to have to do, but we are going to be dealing with them here in the Alpha Quadrant. So, alright, let's do Hunting the Hunters. It says, predators from the distant Delta Quadrant have staked out territory in the Mylasa system. So a runabout carrying a Federation diplomatic team is missing. Its last transmissions put it in the area of the Mylasa system. There are several M and L class planets that the team could survive on if they were forced to land. If there are survivors, we need to find them as soon as possible. The Federation Diplomatic Service specifically requested the USS Eat My Exhaust for this assignment, Commander. You are making quite a name for yourself. Yes I am. Thank you. Go to the Mylasa system and the Mylasa sector of the Cyvalorum sector block and search for survivors of a shuttlecraft crash. We will get a hyper impulse engine or a combat impulse engine, which we don't need because we're already using the Jem'Hadar stuff, which is better anyway. Alright. Hunting the Hunters. Accept. And beam out. Up, and away! Let's warp out. Go toward Regulus first. I think in a future episode, maybe toward the end of this series, I'll go into all these special areas like the Wolf 359 Memorial, and I'll also show you the Romulan homeworld. They have a memorial there as well, and other places around the galaxy that you can visit. Risa, all the various places you've heard about in Star Trek, you can visit here. So I might make a whole episode of just going to all the unique places you can go to. Because there are places, some very cool places in the area that don't have missions associated with them, but they're just there for you to visit. So, yeah, I might do all that for one episode, just show all that stuff. Be pretty cool. Alright, now we gotta go to Cyvalorum. In the last episode, you saw that I got my support drone. One thing I didn't mention is that engineers, as part of their skills, you can also give them a support drone when they hit the commander rank. So, like my Borg here, I will give her, in fact she's already got it because I remember I skilled them up. I gave her support drone fabrication 1. So when I reach captain and I'm able to unlock her commander powers, then she'll be able to pop a support drone too. So if you have a lot of engineers you see on your away team, you can give them support drone, so you can pop a support drone and a secret drone, they can pop a support drone, and then of course they can also pop phaser turrets and stuff like that. So in essence you have just a ton of phaser fire going on all over the place. You're able to just easily blow through any group, and it really will help with the Borg, because when we get to the Borg, you can really become overwhelmed with Borg very easily and get into a sticky situation. So the more firepower, the better. Alright, Melissa over here. Yeah, I can't wait until we do get to the Borg, and I can show you guys all that, because it is fun fighting the Borg. As long as you're properly equipped and have, you know, stuff and a good away team, you'll be alright. Just have to be careful not to aggro too many Borg at once. But it's fun. They're a tough enemy, and they're fun to play with. In this episode, this mission, there is an accolade for doing something, and I will show you that. And this one basically is going to totally deal with the Hirogen. We're not going to see any Romulans in this mission. And the Hirogen are very large, and I like that about the Hirogen. They didn't keep to the standard, you know, all the aliens are kind of human-sized aliens. The Hirogen are a lot larger than humans, and so that's cool to see. They also don't like to use shields. The regular Hirogen, they don't use shields, so they're kind of not too hard to take down, to be honest with you. The upper command structure or whatever of the Hirogen, they do have personal shields, but a lot of the lower ranks don't. But they're big, so they come at you and like hit you and knock you down and stuff. Yeah, let's see, we've got, after hunting the hunters, Project Nightingale. That's an interesting mission. It's dealing with the Romulans again. By any means, the Romulans are up to some naughty stuff, dealing with Borg technology. Ground Zero, that's an interesting one. I've always had trouble when I first started playing the game with that mission on the ground part, but it's actually pretty easy. Ghost Ship, that's a cool one. Friend of the Enemy, Taurus, Trapped, Sharian Sword. And then we start getting into the Romulan FE, which starts with the Vault, Mine Enemy, Frozen, Coliseum, Cutting the Cord. And so a whole array of some really awesome episodes. Alright, enter the Mylasa system. Captain, Starfleet has lost contact with the shuttle transporting a diplomatic team to the Raider system. The last transmission from the shuttle originated in this system. So let's no. I forgot. I went through the thing too fast. Oh, okay. Anyway, confront the Hirogen. Let's do this.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Investigate the beacon. That was a close one, Captain. I have a lock on the distress signal. It was definitely Federation, but I couldn't determine the location until after we encountered the Hirogen. Something doesn't seem right here, but we have to do whatever we can to find the shuttle and the diplomatic team. So there's the beacon over there flashing away. Scan beacon. Sir, the distress beacon is Captain. Hirogen attack vessels have warped in and are powering up weapons. Prepare for combat. Engage the Hirogen ships.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Alright, beam down to the planet. This is mostly a ground mission. That beacon was clearly a decoy and we fell for it. This whole thing feels like a setup. I'm scanning the surface of the planet to learn more. Life signs detected. I'm picking up the remains of the shuttle and several survivors. But something is blocking their signals. I can't get a good transporter lock. Be careful, the Hirogen may be using the survivors as bait. Beam down and locate the survivors. Got my full away team. Ship sensors detect any force fields on the planet's surface before we beam down. Someone must have activated them in the last few seconds. Captain, I'm picking up a communications device dead ahead. It's broadcasting. And there's a Hirogen. Greetings, Captain. I am Tanjin, and this is my hunt. Before being determined worthy, you will complete a series of trials. Should you survive, you will have the privilege of being my prey. To ensure your cooperation, the weak, unworthy diplomats you seek are being guarded by my hunters. Should you try to escape or cheat in any way, the hunters will kill them. When you are ready to begin your trial, activate the device in front of you. Captain, I think we're going to have to play their game if we want to rescue the diplomatic team. We need to find a way past their test. So, just like the Hirogen are Hirogen, this is all a game to them and we are their prey and they're going to hunt us. And so they've trapped us and we have to fight. In the past, these missions were extremely bugged. And it would not transport your bridge officers with you, but it seems they finally fixed those bugs. Thank goodness. Pretty easy when you got a good team and a lot of weapons. Like I mentioned in the past, this mission was extremely bugged where you would transport to the next shield and none of your bridge crew would go with you. And they've worked on that issue over and over in the past, and it seems to be working okay now. If you ever do beam to one of the shields and your bridge crew is not with you, try beaming back up to your ship and then back down. Captain, these devices do more than transport, they also control the force fields. So we're going to go to the next one. And there's always about 2 groups per force field. So now we're in the next one, all my bridge officers are here. And there will be a another group to fight. Scan the device. Activate. Now we're at the next one. Cool. And I believe now we'll have one more. Yes. There we go. Pretty easy. Scan the device. I have what we need, sir. If we align the spatial distortions, we can disable the device. So now the shields will be deactivated. Force fields. There we go. Now I've got to find the hostages and rescue them. And now this whole map is open to us. We have to fight all the Hirogen along the way. Hooray. This is a hostage. Untie hostage, and this is Ambassador Peterson. If you will give me a moment of your time, I'm sure I can provide you with useful information. Hey, you can read about how they were captured. You can read about what can you tell me about the other hostages. Others have tried to rescue you. And we can beam you to your ship. But he won't go until we rescue everyone else. Alright, so now we have 4 hostages left. And optional is to reconfigure hollow emitters. And for what that is, I will show you. I'll keep going. See, this person up here looks like a hostage, but actually is not, more than it seems. This is actually a hollow emitter. So, reconfigure, and then Hirogen are gonna come. Every time you reconfigure the a hollow emitter, the Hirogen will come. Alright, can reconfigure hollow emitter. And that basically is to disrupt the Hirogen communications. And that's 1 of 4, so we have to find 3 more. And they are scattered throughout the land. There's another one up here. And when we activate her, it's going to spawn Hirogen. Cool. Now we can reconfigure the hollow emitter. It's 2 down. Now the other 2, they're not so obvious. They're a little harder to find, and I always forget where they are. But I'm going to turn around, and there's the crash site down there. You can see the shuttle down there. And the hostages are in this cave right here. I know that for a fact, but the hollow emitters I need to reconfigure. I think there's one way over there on that side. So I'm actually going to go back around. See, that circle is telling me where the hostages are, but that's not where I need to go just yet. I want to do the accolade here first. Yeah, there's one right there. So basically just backtrack all the way around. We'll hit this one. Remember, it's going to spawn erosion. Okay, now I can reconfigure it. That is 3, and now the 4th one is, here we go, right over here. So basically, you go up and you do that to a certain point, like I did, and then you just come back around to this side, because you need to go this way anyway to get to the crash site. And the 4th one is right here. Go. Okay, reconfigure. And there's our accolade, hunting for holograms. So that optional is complete. That's one of the rare or few optionals they have in the game where it actually shows what the accolade actually shows the accolade as part of the mission, because a lot of the accolades are hidden. But not this one, it was right out in the open. Alright, so now that we did that, we can go rescue the rest of the hostages. And there's the crash site of the shuttle. And this is where the hostages are kept. We will disable force field. Now we go in and we rescue each hostage. There's one here. It's pretty dark in here, but you can see their heads. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. Alright, all the hostages are safe. And now more Hirogen are beaming down to kick our butts. Ha! We win. Captain, the bridge is reporting that a Hirogen vessel has been detected and is trying to escape. It must be Tangent. We should pursue at once. Return to your ship. Now, before I do beam to my ship, I always make sure the red alert's gone. Then I beam to my ship. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, now we have to stop Tangent from escaping. Captain, he warped away. Wait, he's back, and he's in the center of a minefield. Be careful, sir. Those mines are deadly. And the minefield is over here. And the great thing about being in a cruiser is we can fly right into that minefield. But what I'll do is I'll back off on the power so that our shield strength comes back. You don't want to go in without your shields. That would just be suicide. And now we should be able to withstand all the mines.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Rear shield failing.
Captain, he's warped away again. Now he warped away to another minefield.
Ship is under attack. Rear shield failing.
Got him. He's dead. See all those mines we were taking? That was pretty awesome. Cool. That's it. Tangent has run out of tricks and we have the diplomatic team safely on board. Captain, I'm happy to report that no one else will be falling into this trap. Leave the system. And that's hunting the hunters. Pretty simple mission. Used to be hard when I very first started playing because I didn't know what I was doing, and there was that bug. All your bridge officers didn't go with you. Then you had to fight them. You had to fight all the Herodian by yourself, and yeah, it was a mess. But seems to be a lot better now. So our auto hail has turned this in for us, and now we will just pick an engine and we'll sell it later because we don't really need it. But now that's done, I can also tell that leveling has slowed down a little bit now that we're commander. It's taking about 2 missions, maybe 3, to get up to the next level now, because that one, usually in the past, that one mission would have leveled us all the way around to Commander 26. So it looks like it's slowed down a little bit. Thank goodness for that. Hope it keeps slowing down. Okay, good. Alright, we are there. We are done with that mission. That was awesome. Yes, go away. Now let's get some skill into something. I was working on warp core potential. That's what it was. So there we go. There we go. Got that up there. My Anar. She is maxed out on all the skills that she has available. My Borg. Let's turn her skill up. There, she is not using that. My Breen, well, that's all the points I really have right now. So, good. Good, okay. Great. Awesomeness. Okay, well, see you guys in the next episode.